بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على خير المرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا، وأنت تجعل الحزن إن شئت سهلا. This is Church الثامن, the 8th lecture in this book, تحفة العراقية الأعمال القلبية. قال ابن عباس: ما بعث الله نبيا إلا أخذ عليه الميثاق لئن بعث محمدا أو لئن بعث محمد وهم أحياء ليؤمنون به ولينصرنه، وأمره أن يأخذ الميثاق على أمته ليؤمنن به ولينصرنه. وقال تعالى: لقد أرسلنا رسلنا بالبينات وأنزلنا معهم الكتاب والميزان ليقوم الناس بالقسط وأنزلنا الحديد فيه بأس شديد ومنافع للناس وليعلم الله من ينصره ورسله بالغيب إن الله قوي عزيز. ابن عباس رضي الله عنهما عبد الله, the cousin of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, said about al-ahd and al-isr that Allah Azza wa Jal and the covenant Allah Azza wa Jal had taken over the prophets, that if they were to be alive when Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is sent, that they will believe in him and they will support him. فقال تعالى: لقد أرسلنا رسلنا بالبينات وأنزلنا معهم الكتاب والميزان. فذكر سبحانه أنه أنزل الكتاب والميزان وأنه أنزل الحديد لأجل القيام بالقسط وليعلم الله من ينصره ورسله. ولهذا كان قوام الدين بكتاب يهدي وسيف ينصر وكفى بربك هاديا ونصيرا. Here Shaykh al-Islam rahimahullah mentioned this ayah from Surah Al-Hadid, where Allah Azza wa Jal says, and we have sent the messengers, or our messengers, with the truth and with the evidence, and we send with them the book. Each prophet had his own book. والميزان ميزان العدل الشرع ليقوم الناس بالقسط, so that justice is established. وأنزلنا الحديد, we brought down iron. فيه بأس شديد, حديد فيه بأس شديد, very solid. فمنه منافع للناس, من الحديد منافع للناس. They use it in weapons, swords, they use it in building, use it in cars, planes, as you know. وَلِيَعْلَمَ اللَّهُ مَنْ يَنْصُرُهُ وَرُسُلَهُ بِالْغَيْبِ. And Allah Azza wa Jal knows things before they happen. فهنا وَلِيَعْلَمَ علم شهادة, لا أن الغيب أو أنه غائب عنه. فالله Azza wa Jal knows things before they happen, and he knows what would have happened had they happened. أما هنا وليعلم الله, أينما رأيت ليعلم الله, فهو علم شهادة. يعني in other words, Allah Azza wa Jal wants to test the people, wants to teach the people about themselves. وليعلم الذين صدقوا من كذبوا منه وليعلم الصادقين. He wants to know, for them to know each other. ليعلم الذين نافقوا, يعلم الذين آمنوا. Allah knows already who's munafiq and who's mu'min, who's truthful and who's liar. But this is ilm shahada. It's important for Allah Azza wa Jal to show us who's on our side and who's not. And it's through those tests that you get to purify and clear the picture. إن الله قوي عزيز. فذكر سبحانه أنه أنزل الكتاب والميزان وأنه أنزل الحديد لأجل القيام بالقسط وليعلم الله من ينصره ورسله. فعندك إنزال كتاب وعندك إنزال حديد. Allah Azza wa Jal says He brought down the books, and He says He brought down iron. The books and iron. Books, Quran, Hujjah, proofs, arguments, dalil, evidence. Hadid, Shadid, iron, metal, make weapons. فقوام الدين كتاب يهدي وسيف ينصر. فالدين, just a book, will not be strong, because the enemies will always be there. The enemies of the truth will always be there, no matter what time it is, no matter where it is. ولولا دفع الله الناس بعضهم ببعض لفسدت الأرض. You're always going to have truth, and you're always going to have enemies for the truth. Those enemies of the truth, as we already established about the hypocrites, how they chose to go astray. فَزَادَهُمُ اللَّهُ مَرَضًا. Allah made even the, once they chose to go astray, Allah made the road for them to continue astray easier. They chose. وَمَا ذَلِكَ عَلَى اللَّهِ بِعَزِيزٍ وَلَا يُبَالِ اللَّهُ عَزَّ وَجَلَّ. Allah Azza wa Jalla لا يبالي. You want to go straight? Great. You want to go astray? It's your choice. You will not change the kingdom of Allah Azza wa Jalla either way. But for those who are going to go astray, and those who are going to fight the deen, and those who are going to challenge the truth and declare war on it, just the book isn't enough. They're rejecting the truth in the first place. So there must be another component to support the book. They're refusing it, dalil. They're refusing the evidence. They're refusing to debate. They're refusing the clear signs. Those people get the sword. Simple. فَقَوَامُ الدِّينِ بِكِتَابٍ يَهْدِي وَبِسَيْفٍ يَنْصُرُ. The book of Allah Azza wa Jal, when the believers went out to deliver the word to the people and the word of the truth, had they had no swords on their sides, they would have been killed. The sword on their sides, protection. However, the sword is not a first option. We come to the people to share them the truth. You let us to the people, we leave you alone. You're gonna put yourself between us and the people, you get the sword. That is the bottom line. Amma to say, we're all peaceful and all that, this language is not understood by most people. This language, there is no such thing as all peaceful. All peaceful means naive. Will be stepped on by the feet. Will be lost in the dirt. You want to deliver the word of Allah, you have to be confident and strong. You have to face criticism, and you have to face challenges. You have to face beat, and you have to face enemies. يقول الله عز وجل والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. هذه الدنيا. يقول الشافعي رحمه الله لو ما أنزل الله على عباده إلا هذه السورة لكفتهم. If Allah Azza wa Jal only sent down this surah, as the Shafi'i Imam rahimahullah said, if Allah only sent Surah Al-Asr, would have been sufficient. Because it summarizes your life and how you should live. Wal-Asr, time. Allah Azza wa Jal swears by time, beginning of the surah. إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ. Oh people, are in loss. وَمَا أَكْثَرَ النَّاسِ وَلَوْ حَرَصْتَ بِمُؤْمِنِينَ. Most people are in loss because they chose to be in loss. Because they are the slaves of their desires and whims and hawa. Because they run after riba and after shukuk and after doubt. Because they want the easy way, and the way to paradise is very difficult. So, إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ. However, there will always be a group that is مخلصة, خالصة, chosen to take the other way. إِلَّا, except الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, believed in their hearts, وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ, acted. Not only they said we're believers and they're sitting back, seeing the munkar take place, seeing no good taking place, seeing the killing and haraj and maraj and genocide, and they sit back and say, عليكم أنفسكم لا يضركم من ضل إذا اهتديتم. لا. The believer, the true believer who had the tasdeeq and truthfulness in his heart, act. Doesn't just sit back and I don't want trouble. And I have my job, make enough money to support my family, all I care about putting food on the table. أنت حقير. Whose life is like that is worthless human being. It's better for him to be dead. Because he's a burden on humanity, because he's making prices higher, making more traffic, making things more expensive, and doesn't add anything, contribute to the world. It's just put food. Food is coming. لو أنكم تتوكلون على الله حق توكله لرزقكم كما يرزق الطير تغدو خماصا وتروح بطانا. Food is coming. You were to trust Allah the way He deserves, He will provide for you the way He provides for the birds. The birds in the morning leaves its nest, empty stomach, come back full. And the birds do not, one of those animals that don't store any food, don't have storage like ants, like bees, like other animals, they don't store. Complete tawakkul ala Allah, winter, summer, this, he goes, the bird will go to his nest, doesn't care. If he's full, he doesn't care how much food he got in the fridge. In the morning he wakes up, snow, no snow, you find some birds live where they go to sleep and wake up 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 feet of snow. But subhanallah, Allah make an outlet for him because he has complete tawakkul ala Allah. He goes, he leaves empty stomach, he comes back bitana, full. So أي حياة, what kind of life that all you care about, making some money to buy some food and go home and feed your children and go to sleep. You have to have a role in life. You will be asked about this time. You will be asked about your life. You will be asked about your hours. You will be asked about your heart. You will be asked, إن السمع والبصر والفؤاد كل ذلك كان عنه مسؤولا. The hearing, the seeing, and the heart, all that he will be asked about. These things are not given to you just to make a living. But most people will be like that. إن الإنسان لفي خسر. Most people are in loss because that's what they do. All he cares about is fulfilling his physical desires. That's it. إلا الذين آمنوا, except those who believe وعملوا الصالحات and act. That's it. لا. That's all you believe and act. لا لا. وتواصوا بالحق. Once they believe and they act, they have to invite to this truth. تواصوا بالحق. They have to invite to al-ma'ruf. They have to forbid the evil. They have to make da'wah the way Muhammad ﷺ made da'wah. They have to go out and fight for the truth and for justice. يقول ابن القيم: لا يكون المرء حقا من أتباع محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم حتى يدعو إلى ما دعا إليه النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم على بصيرة. That the man cannot be truly amongst the followers of Muhammad صلى الله عليه وسلم until he invites to what Muhammad صلى الله عليه وسلم invited to, with the right understanding. وتواصوا بالحق. بس لا. So he believed in his heart. He act, this belief force him to act, then he invites, then he should expect to be challenged, to be found, to be persecuted, to be imprisoned, to be deported, to be threatened, to be tortured. So he better be ready to be patient. وتواصوا بالصبر. إذا آمن ثم عمل ثم دعا ثم صبر. هذه الحياة. When it comes to the deen of Allah, when it comes to the life of all the prophets, that's how their life was. They received the message, they believed, they acted, they invited, they were challenged, they stayed patient. كله مرجعه إلى الصدق. All this go back to being truthful. Because if you did not really believe, you were lying, you will not be able to go through. You will not. Once you tested the first time, you quit. Because you weren't truthful. Once you were not solid and truthful in your belief and in your heart, the moment you're tested, you will, or challenged, you will quit. That's why Allah Azza wa Jal combines between bringing down the book and bringing down the iron. في منافع للناس. The book, truth, iron, power. Those things go together to spread the word of Allah Azza wa Jalla. But you see clearly in the ayah, the book before the iron. And that's how Islam spread. Islam wasn't spread by the sword, as they want to make it seem. لا إكراه في الدين. It's not the point to force people to become Muslim. There's no point of such Islam. However, the sword must support the book. The book by itself will be ripped, will be cut, will be burned. But when there is a sword, the one who's going to disrespect the book will smite, will stay back. والكتاب والحديد وإن اشتركا في الإنزال فلا يمنع أن يكون أحدهما نزل من حيث لم ينزل الآخر. وهذا من خصائص شيخ الإسلام ابن تيمية. تراه يعني يتكلم في موضوع ثم يأتي بمعلومات أخرى لا علاقة لها بالموضوع حتى يثري معلومات، وهذا من سعة علمه رحمه الله. He'll talk about one thing, then he sees that another thing might be related, he'll bring it in just to increase your knowledge, and then he goes back to the original point. Well, here he's telling you the book comes down, Allah sent down the book and the iron to show you that they go together. Then now he wants to bring the issue of coming down. He wants to tell you there is a difference between coming down of the book and coming down of the iron. He's saying does not necessarily became because they came down, as Allah says, that they came down from the same place. The book and the books are the words of Allah. They came down from Allah. Allah spoke to them. And through Jibreel they came down. الحديد اختلفوا أهل العلم وقالوا يعني حسب علمهم في تلك الأيام قالوا هو من رؤوس الجبال. يعني الحديد gets formed in the mountains and then come down and people discover it or get it out. نحن اليوم نعلم, today we know that iron, as they say, forms outside the earth and then comes down through comets. We know that. فلا ضرر إذن. Their opinion, the highest thing they saw on earth was mountains. But science has proved that the iron atoms is so high in energy, it's impossible, the energy in earth, to be able to form these atoms. There's no energy on earth enough to form the atoms of iron. That's why Allah Azza wa Jal says, أنزل الحديد. He brought down the iron, meaning iron forms outer space. And then through these things that hit earth all the time from space, the nabat, iron comes. فيقول فلا يمنع أحد أن يكون أحدهما نزل من حيث لم ينزل الآخر، حيث نزل الكتاب من الله كما قال تعالى تنزيل الكتاب من الله العزيز الحكيم. وقال تعالى كتاب أحكمت آياته ثم فصلت من لدن حكيم خبير. وقال تعالى وإنك لتلقى القرآن من لدن حكيم عليم. والحديد أنزل من الجبال التي يخلق فيها. This is extra piece of the road. ثم قال وكذلك وصف الصادقين في دعوى البر الذي هو جماع الإيمان في قوله ليس البر أن تولوا وجوهكم قبل المشرق والمغرب ولكن البر من آمن بالله واليوم الآخر والملائكة والكتاب والنبيين وآتى المال على حبه ذوي القربى واليتامى والمساكين وابن السبيل والسائلين وفي الرقاب وأقام الصلاة وآتى الزكاة والموفون بعهدهم إذا عاهدوا والصابرين في البأساء والضراء وحين البأس أولئك الذين صدقوا وأولئك هم المتقون. He said that Allah Azza wa Jal also described the صادقين في دعوى البر, those who are truthful with their hearts. We said البر is a collective word for everything good. So Allah Azza wa Jal described them with البر according to their actions. So he said ليس البر أن تولوا وجوهكم قبل المشرق والمغرب. Bir and tasdeeq and true iman and being truthful is not about turning your face east or west, but truthful belief in the heart is reflected in the action. Bir, truthfulness, is to believe in Allah, the day of judgment, to do this, to establish salah, zakah, fulfill your promise, But Allah Azza wa Jal described them الصادقين. وأما المنافقون فوصفهم سبحانه بالكذب. The hypocrites, Allah Azza wa Jal describes them in the Quran always, or most of the time, or a lot of the time, they come in conjugation with lying. Hypocrite, liar. Believer, truthful. في آيات متعددة كقوله تعالى في قلوبهم مرض فزادهم الله مرضا ولهم عذاب أليم بما كانوا يكذبون. Those are the hypocrites. In their heart, sickness. They chose that sickness to put in their heart. So Allah Azza wa Jal gave them more of it. You want it? You chose it? We'll give you more of it. Then he says, they will receive severe punishment because of their lies. Because they were lying. Because when they were asked, لِمَا تُفْسِدُ فِي الْأَرْضِ They said, we are not. We're doing good. We're building. And they were told, why don't you believe like the people? They said, we believe. Because when they meet the believers, إِذَا لَقُوا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا قَالُوا آمَنَّا. When they meet the believers, we're buddies, we're all believers like you. كذب في كذب. And we said yesterday about صفات المنافقين في الحديث, آية المنافق ثلاث, the ayah or the signs of the hypocrites are three. If he talks, he lies. So right from the bat, the first character, lying. وَإِذَا وَعَدَ أَخْلَفَ. If he promise, he breaks his promise. That is also lying. Because when you tell someone, we'll do this, and you know in the back of your mind that you don't want to do it, lying. وَإِذَا تُمِنَ خَانَ. And when he's entrusted, he betrays. When he's entrusted, he betrays. That is exactly lying. I'll take care of your money, just leave them with me. And then you come back to get your money. You have money? Never gave me anything. Or he will say, I lost it. You have to wait on me. Nifaq, kadib. So it's all lying. Allah Azza wa Jal says, إِذَا جَاءَكَ الْمُنَافِقُونَ قَالُوا نَشْهَدُ إِنَّكَ لَرَسُولُ اللَّهِ. هل هذا كذب ولا لا؟ ما هو كذب. فالنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم رسول الله. إذا جاءك المنافقون, if the hypocrites come to you, they will tell you to the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, we testify you are the messenger of Allah. They didn't lie. والله يعلم إنك لرسول. والله يعلم إن المنافقين لكاذبون. And Allah knows that you're His messenger. And Allah knows as well, the way He knows you're His messenger, He knows they're lying. But they didn't lie. They said you're the messenger of Allah. So why Allah saying they're lying? Because we said, telling the truth, what's in the heart has to match what's on the mouth or on the tongue. They said it with their tongue, they deny it in their heart. They're liars. كان عبد الله بن أبي بن سلول, the head of the hypocrites, on the day of the Jum'ah. You know, people gather on the Jum'ah before the Imam comes, before the Prophet ﷺ comes. So while they're sitting, he will stand up. شوف هذا رأس المنافقين الذي تولى كبره. He will stand up while people waiting, the Prophet ﷺ is not out yet, and he will start telling the people to follow the Prophet of Allah, to believe in the Prophet of Allah. طبعا هو يفعلها شهرة. He's doing it to gain some credit and some fame. لكنه في قلبه يكفر بمحمد ورب محمد. In his heart he hates Muhammad صلى الله عليه وسلم, and he rejects Muhammad صلى الله عليه وسلم. لئن رجعنا إلى المدينة ليخرجن الأعز منها الأذل. قاله. When we return to Medina, the honorable ones will chase out the humiliated ones. He refers to himself the honorable, and the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم the humiliated. فوضع الله له ابنه بالمرصاد. ابنه عبد الله بن عبد الله بن أبي بن سلول كان يعرف بالبر ببر والده. هذا ابنه, his son, was known amongst the Sahaba for being so obedient and so good to his father. Who's رأس المنافق. So when he heard about that his father saying this, he went to the Prophet ﷺ. He said, Ya Rasulullah, if you're gonna order anyone to kill my father, let me kill him. Let it be me. Let it be me. فهذا الحب وهذه التضحية. And this is when you put Allah and the Messenger and the Deen before anything. Prophet ﷺ says no. So this, when they reach in Medina, Abdullah ibn Abdullah ibn Ubay ibn Salul start running. and he passes the army and he stands at the door, the entrance of Medina, holding his sword. And they're passing him, the army coming into Medina. They say, what is he doing? Until his father comes, he grabs him. He grabs him. He said, Wallah, I will not let you in until the Messenger of Allah orders for you to come in, so you will know. Man al-Aziz wa man al-Adil. So you will know who's al-A'az and who's al-Adil. You will know who's the honorable one and who's the humiliated one. You will not enter al-Medina until Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, let him in. So we know who's the honorable and who's not. هذا حب الدين عبد الله. This is الولاء الذي عدمناه. This is what we're missing in the Sunnah today. To be honorable about what you believe. Being mediocre and being a joker about your deed, but serious about everything, هذا مرفوض. This is no. This will not take us anywhere. So Allah Azza wa Jalla says, they're saying, you are Rasulullah. Then He says, subhanahu wa ta'ala, they're lying. Why? Because there was no matching between what they said and what's in their hearts. وقوله تعالى فأعقبهم نفاقا في قلوبهم إلى يوم يلقونه بما أخلفوا الله ما وعدوه وبما كانوا يكذبون. هذا المنافق. أعطيناه. If Allah gives us, we will give. When Allah gives them, they don't give. كما وصفهم الله عز وجل في سورة التوبة. ونحو ذلك في القرآن. ومما ينبغي أن يعرف أن الصدق والتصديق يكون في الأقوال والأعمال. سبحان الله. الصدق والتصديق is in the heart, in the belief, and in the action. There's no separation. Only in your heart and no actions, short. Only on your actions, not in the heart, nifaq. Tasdeeq, the level that we are referring to and we're talking about, and that is connected with al-Iman, is qawl wa amal. Belief and action. Saying. كقول النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم في الحديث الصحيح كتب على ابن آدم حظه من الزنا فهو مدرك ذلك لا محالة فالعينان تزنيان وزناهما النظر والأذنان تزنيان وزناهما السمع واليدان تزنيان وزناهما البطش والرجلان تزنيان وزناهما المشي والقلب يتمنى ويشتهي والفرج يصدق ذلك أو يكذبه. Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says in this hadith that Allah Azza wa Jal has decreed for son of Adam a share of zina. Everyone. There is no way but he gonna get. لو رأيت وتفكرت, if you would reflect, you would find that perhaps most of the sins of son of Adam related to this. Most people don't kill. Most people don't steal. I don't know about that. But most people, most of their sins, if you hold yourself accountable for one day, sit with yourself and see the mistakes or the sins you committed, usually it will have to be, usually, it's with the desire, the sexual desire. You could control yourself from lying easily. You could control yourself from stealing easily. You could control yourself from killing easier and easier. But usually, zina. The look, the touch, the walk, the turn, here. But Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, Allah Azza wa Jal decreed and wrote for every son of Adam his share of his zina. He will get it no matter. No matter how good he is, no matter how much he's gonna get part of what Allah decreed for him. Then he says, the eyes commit zina. Zina yani fornication, adultery. How? By looking. طبعا, this zina is not at the level of a zina when you have conjugal intimacy or la. But this is zina. The eyes commit zina. Their zina is looking. He's looking at what he's not supposed to look at. The ears commit zina by listening. He listens to what he's not supposed to. He's listening to things he's not supposed to. وَالْيَدَانِ تَزْنِيَانِ وَزِنَاهُمَا الْبَطْشِ. The hands commit zina. الْبَطْشِ, from the first impression, means hit. تؤذي, يعني to hit, to beat, that's البطش. But also البطش comes touch. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam كان في الحديث that when Allah Azza wa Jal bring people out of when people are shot, they go unconscious and they all come back. He says sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, أنا أول من يفيق من الصعقة. I'm the first one to wake up. But when I wake up, I see موسى باطشا بيده إلى قائمة العرش فلا أدري أقام قبلي أم حسبت عليه الصعقة الأولى، الصعقة لما قال ربي أرني أنظر إليه. So he says, well, he used the word يبطش إلى قائمة العرش يعني يمسك. فما معنى البطش؟ يعني الضرب all the time. So he says, and this is صعقة, it's not about the صعقة, the first two, the trumpet ونفخ في الصور فصعق من في السماوات والأرض ثم نفخ فيه. لا، هذه الصعقة يصعق الخلق عند مجيء رب العزة ليقضي بين الناس. When Allah comes to judge amongst people get struck. So the Prophet says, I'm the first one to get up. Then I see Musa holding to the throne. I don't know if he woke up before me or he was never shocked. And the shock when he asked to see Allah, and Allah told him, look at the mountain. If the mountain stays still, you will see me. So when ربك تجلى للجبل خر موسى صاعقا. So when Allah Azza wa Jalla revealed himself to the mountain crumbled. So Musa, when he saw that, he got shot, went faint, unconscious. So the Prophet said, I don't know, he woke before me, or that shot counted for him, so he was saved from this one. Allah adil, Allah Azza wa Jalla just. But the shahid that in this hadith the Prophet ﷺ used the word يبطش إلى قائمة العرش يمسك. فالزنا فاليدان تزنيان وزناهما البطش، اللمس أو اللمس. touching something you're not supposed to touch. والقدمان تزنيان والرجلان تزنيان وزناهما المشي. Walking to the haram. Walking, touching, www. You're walking, you're going to Kmart or whatever these places. You're going to buy a shirt. Why you have to walk in the ladies department? Or in the magazine lane or aisle? You're going to buy بطيخ. You're going to buy watermelon, tomatoes. No, you have to walk into the magazine aisle. So the eye gets that, the hands get that, the ears get that, the legs get that. Now, is he gonna go through with it, or he gonna hold back? He got his share from his zina by doing that. والقلب يتمنى ويشتهي. Yeah, القلب خلي. And the heart wishes and hopes. Wow, she's beautiful. 10 minutes. Just hold hands. Just if she tells me I love you. The heart wishes and hopes and dreams. والفرج يصدق ذلك أو يكذب. And the private part either goes through with those wishes or retract. He saw her. نظرة الأولى for him. Then he walked away. ما عليه. That look, he got his zina. خلاص, what's written for him is that he turned away. يجزى. He will be rewarded. أما look, and then look. Still the first one. Just a little long. Okay? Clear. So العمل يوافق القول. That is الصدق والتصديق يكون في الأقوال والأعمال. We talk about the صدق in the heart. Now he tells you that's not enough. If the تصديق is in the heart, settled and stable and strong, now we're going to see it in your mouth. We're going to see it with your hands. We're going to see it with what you hear. We're going to see it where you want. Because if you don't, because if you're still walking to the wrong place, you're still listening to the wrong thing, you're still looking at the wrong thing, we have to go back 5 or 6 pages to read, to talk again about تصديق in the heart. ويقال حملوا على العدو حملة صادقة. They say the expression that they attack the enemies. Very truthful attack. إيش يعني؟ إذا كانت إرادتهم للقتل أو للقتال ثابتة جازمة. If the army, they say the army attacked and being truthful in his attack, which means that the army was willing and their desire to fight was serious. The desire to fight was serious. So they say صادق. ويقال فلان صادق الحب والمودة ونحو ذلك. When someone is loves for real and someone is kind for real, they say صادق. They describe him as truth. ولهذا يريدون الصادق في إرادته وقصده وطلبه. الصادق, they want to be amongst the صادقين. You have to be truthful with your intent. You have to be truthful with your willing. And you have to be truthful with your seek. You intend, you want, you seek. أما just Allah, and I want, I really want to do it. But you do nothing about it. You're not sure. You're really not interested in doing it, so you're just doing it because you're embarrassed. مش صادق. نافق. Because الإخلاص as they said عمل الشيء من أجل الناس شرك، ترك الشيء من أجل الناس رياء، ومن تجنب كليهما فهو الإخلاص. To do things for people, shirk. To worship for people, shirk. To stay away from doing the right thing because people, it's a show-off. Sure. Someone comes, and when he comes to the masjid, he's coming and he's gonna stand up and pray very two nice rak'ah. He already planned to recite in each rak'ah 2 pages. He walks, takes the corner. He realized people watching. So he says, now if I make it long, these people might think I'm showing off. So he said, Nasr wal Ikhlas. Riyah. Because doing the thing for the people is like abandoning the thing for the people. فعمل الشيء شرك والرياء شرك. So when you come to do something, you have عليك أن تستحضر الله عز وجل. When you decide to leave something, you must leave it for Allah. The same idea. When you do, the way you do things for Allah is the way you leave things for Allah. من أحب لله وأبغض لله وأعطى لله ومنع لله. Idea. If you give for Allah. If you hold back for Allah. And I want to give zakah to this organization. And I trust them. I want to give for Allah, but I trust them. But this organization, I know they mess up with the money and they spend it in their own ways. So you hold back. Because you want your money to be spent in a way pleasing to Allah. I want to love this person, but you know, he's disobeying Allah. I can't love him. I cannot claim to love him and he's disobeying Allah. I cannot love him and he's mushrik. How could he be every day saying Allah has a son and Allah died on the cross and Allah this, and then I love him and then I claim I love Allah too? He's attacking Allah. Sisters, hold your children.
What is that?
Kids, go sit in the corner right now. Okay. 1 year old? ولا. So, Sadiq, the truthful one, he wants to do it. He believes in doing it. He does his best to get it done. He does it. هذا الصادق. أما just Allah, I want the Ummah to lead again. And he's sitting home, drinking shisha in front of the TV. Wallahi, if he would stand on the mic and cry all night long. We see him all the time. He's standing and we need to do this and we must build this and we need a school and we need a masjid, and he's crying and tears coming down his face. He would have not come and spoke and cried if he wasn't getting 30% of what he will collect. Not صعب. Wallah, if he cries dam, if he cries blood. Mashie? Someone, brother, in front of people, you're a millionaire, so we need 100,000 for the masjid. Here. But in his desire, he's saying, what a predicament. Where did I get money? Why did I come to Salat now? مش صالح. والله he puts a million. هو خسر المليون أصلا. إحنا نزلنا في الشريك. But he lost his million. ما صدق مع الله عز وجل. الله عز وجل pure act. فالصادق في إرادته. الصادق in his himma and in his determination, his desire, he's truthful. He really wants it. صادق بقصده, his intent. Why he wants it? He wants it for Allah. Because the only time you are truthful with your intent if it's for Allah. صادق في طلبه. He is truthful in the desire to do, in the way he gonna do. He gonna act. هذا الصادق. أما صادق in one or two and not the third, هذا لا يسمى صادق. وهو الصادق في عمله، ويريدون الصادق في خبره وكلامه، والمنافق ضد المؤمن الصادق، وهو الذي يكون كاذبا في خبره أو كاذبا في عمله كالمرائي بعمله. قال تعالى: إن المنافقين يخادعون الله وهو خادعهم وإذا قاموا إلى الصلاة كسالى يراءون الناس ولا يذكرون الله قليلا. هذا we said he has the intent for Allah, he has the desire to do it, he acts. Allah, when he talks about the هذا means الصادق. We said the opposite of الصادق كاذب. We said the الصادق goes along with المؤمن. الكذب goes along with, lying goes along with hypocrites. So Allah says about the hypocrites, they think they're fooling Allah. Allah ناظر إلى قلوبهم خادعون الله وهو خادعهم. They think they don't know that what they're doing is destroying them. وَجَعَلْ تَدْمِيرَهُمْ تَدْمِيرَهُم. Who is plotting and putting plans to attack the believers, and he's happy about it, and he goes to sleep. Allah, today I put a great plan, tomorrow I'm gonna blow up those Muslims. But Allah Azza wa Jal wants him to make this plan so tomorrow before he leaves the house it blows up in him. Oh, he thought he's gonna fool Allah and destroy the he's building his own, or he's digging his own grave. يخادعون الله وهو خادعهم. You want to keep going. Like those in Syria and in Iraq. They think like Yajuj and Majuj. After شوف Yajuj and Majuj, Allah Azza wa Jalla orders Isa alayhi salam and the believers go to the mountain. ما لكم طاقة بهم. You cannot handle Yajuj and Majuj. قالوا you cannot handle. Go to the mountain. يصعدوا الماء and they دعاء. So they come, Yajuj and Majuj, they don't find anywhere. They killed everyone. The believers in the mountain, they don't find. They said, we defeated everyone. We defeated Ahl al-Ard. So they go with their arrows and they shoot at the sky. We defeated the people on earth, now we need to defeat the ones in the heavens. So they go with their arrows and they shoot. Now don't tell me Yajuj and Majuj, the Chinese. How far a Chinese can get his arrow up there? Yajuj and Majuj, yeah. No, they have no access to anywhere. Don't tell me Chinese and Hispanic. Not Hispanic. Anyway, so they shoot in the heavens, So Allah Azza wa Jal bring down the arrows with blood on it. They said, we're done. They think, we're going to defeat Allah and the angels and whoever up there. So Allah sent back the arrows with blood. We killed everyone. He's killed. Then Allah Azza wa Jal sends those small insects. Goes by to the one he drops, like a piece of wood. They think they trick Allah. Allah is tricking. يخادعون الله وهو خادعهم وَإِذَا قَامُوا إِلَى الصَّلَاةِ. Do they pray? They pray. If they stand to the prayer, that means they're going to pray. They're lazy. That means they did not have the right desire, the truthful desire. يُرَاءُونَ النَّاسِ. They did not have the true intent. And we said, through intent, through desire, and action. Who many got the action? Even the action is not at its best, but it's an action. But missing the true desire and missing the true intent. Those are not salihun, those are liars. So check your desires when you do something. Doing it is the easiest way, is the easiest part. Doing something, sitting here and giving a lecture is the easiest part. But why am I doing it? And what's my goal? That's the hard one. ما عالجت شيئا كما قال سفيان ما عالجت شيئا أشد علي من نيتي فإنها تتقلب علي. He said, I did not treat anything harder than my intention, harder than treating my own intention. Keeps flipping. Until you come to the masjid, I sit behind this mic. I want to give a lecture for Allah. Then I see you guys and see some of you enjoying it, some of you saying, when the heck are you going to finish? But when I see someone enjoying it, let's get him more. So the desire now swerve. So you have to bring it back. صعب. هذا أمر صعب. Prophet ﷺ. Actually, we stop here because the next part, قول الإمام ابن تيمية وأما الإخلاص. أما الإخلاص, sincerity, we'll leave it for tomorrow إن شاء الله. قولوا قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد. الحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.